name is Anna Fruehling. I'm also known as Coach Anna at Piece of Keto. And Karen and Marty, I've been buying bison from them and Straight Arrow Ranch for a long time. I love their meat. I love them. I love what they're doing for the environment here in Nebraska. Ruminants rule. And people that follow me know that I think that ruminant meat is the healthiest thing that you can eat. And of course, especially liver. And I'm just going to give you a little tip as I make this. I'm making a pizza casserole that's low carb because it doesn't have a crust. So in here, I have some cooked bison, ground bison with some garlic, onion, and a few little seasonings, salt, pepper, a little Italian seasoning. And I threw in some fennel, but if you don't like fennel seed, just don't use it. I like Glenmuir pizza sauce because they don't add sugar. It's organic, it's BPA-free can, and you just go ahead and mix that all together. Now, when I work with my clients, I tell them, go ahead and cook up a bunch of ground beef and onion and garlic and freeze it in like quart-sized bags in the freezer. And then you always have something cooked and ready to make into a casserole or whatever you want to do. So then we're just gonna not be very fussy. It doesn't have to cover every square inch of the bottom of the pan or anything, because it's going to be a little thinner, like maybe a little bit of a deep dish pizza, but we're going to use about half of this mix on the bottom of this 8x11. And I actually pre-prepared one, so this will be one that I'm going to put in my freezer. So I pre-made one and it's already baked, and so I can show you the finished product, and this one's going to go in the freezer. So I have half of my meat down. I'm going to use about half of my cheese, and it's about 4 cups of grated mozzarella cheese. And I'm all for shortcuts. I don't think you have to grate every bit of cheese you buy yourself. And so this is actually the big bulk whole milk, skim milk, or mozzarella cheese from Sam's Club. And then all you do is you just take your pepperoni and layer it over the top. And I'll tell you, this bison is absolutely fabulous. I know some people have trouble with it as burgers because they think, it is lower fat. It's definitely a leaner meat than beef, but I'm going to show you a few tricks later on how you can make your burgers absolutely succulent and delicious, and everybody will want to come over to your house for dinner because it rocks. Another thing my husband wanted me to tell you guys, he's Dr. Eric Fruehling, and he loves their stew meat. His favorite thing that I make with this product is the stew. So now we're just going to dollop this on, almost like making a lasagna. And again, we don't have to make it perfect. It doesn't have to cover every single piece. And I'm telling you, if you have picky kids, they'll eat this, and you can get them off of so many carbohydrates. It's interesting to me because protein is an essential nutrient. In fact, it's the most essential nutrient. Fat is an essential nutrient, but carbohydrates are not. So we shouldn't be feeding so many of them to our kids. So this is just a little trick for you. And again, then we're just going to top it with cheese and then another layer of pepperoni, and it bakes at 375 for 30 to 40 minutes, depending on how brown you want it. And then we just finish off with the rest of the layering of pepperoni, and you can put as much or as little as you like. You can add peppers and mushrooms to the hamburger as you're cooking it. Whatever you like on your pizza, you can actually put on here. You could use Canadian bacon instead of pepperoni, whatever you like. You could use just anything you like, black olives, and your kids will absolutely love this. I actually served this at a Super Bowl party, and the adults didn't even get to eat it because the kids swarmed on it like a bunch of vultures. So. And here I had it on warm in the oven, and it should rest for about 15 minutes and it reabsorbs all the goodness, and this is what it looks like. I'll go ahead and slice a piece so you guys can see how well it holds together. So nobody's going to complain about having this for dinner. This with a nice little salad with a homemade vinaigrette. What a fabulous dinner.